Mum's only saying this because she drove into a table this morning. Hello, it is day 9 and guess what that means? We are halfway through. I'm not sure if we're halfway through in the actual mileage, but we're halfway through in terms of days because I have 18 days, remember, to complete this. And then I'm back to work. So yeah, day 9 and I'm still running, which is good. It's a longer stage today. And there's meant to be some absolutely incredible views on this stage, so I'm really excited. And for Dad, he's finally got a stage where there's going to be some nice views rather than just roads and motorways. So I think you're looking forward to this one. Anyway, I will catch up with you soon and show you some amazing views and keep you updated on everything. My ankle's still pretty sore, but once I get going, it's actually not too bad. It's just like the aftermath. I'm like, ah! Anyway, the spa helped yesterday, so thankful. See you soon. So we were supposed to catch this, and apparently they're not running until 10:40 and it is now 8:50. So we've got 2 hours, but Google said it was running, so we're just figuring out a new way to get along this river, because this is where the actual path goes, on a bridge. So beautiful though. So unfortunately we couldn't go through the gorges, which looked amazing, because the boats aren't running until later in the day, and it's just going to be too late. If I waited around 2 hours and then I'd still have 40k to go, I'll be right biting into the middle of the day. And I'd rather, if I'm honest, get things done earlier so I can rest up longer in the afternoons. But it looked so nice. There was this lovely little monastery as well, which that looked really cool. But nothing was open yet, none of the cafes. There was workers and things coming in, and there was monks and stuff around the place. But yeah, nothing open. So we found an alternative, and actually this is really nice still. We're in the woods. I'm hoping, not sure, but I'm hoping at some point maybe we'll be able to see down into the gorges and catch a glimpse of how amazing they are. But other than that, we'll just have to look on Google. So never mind, it's an excuse to come back another time. But yeah, it's pretty steep, this route, because you have to go right up to the top, go along the top and then back down. So Dad's sort of cycled off just to try and get a bit of momentum, because it's quite hard work in the touring bikes going uphill. So anyway, you have to adapt, and that's what we've done. I'll enjoy this and I'll catch up with you later. Okay, so we are just changing up some of the route, and this is because we're trying to get to Ravensburg, and it's quite a wiggly route, but it goes on lots of main roads. And because this is a bike path, not a hiking or running one, I don't really fancy going on big main roads and no sort of cover or nowhere to actually be safe. So we're just going to change it up and go on smaller little roads similar to what I'm on now, which is much nicer. And I'll be able to be safe basically. So I think sometimes you just got to change things up, but it makes it a little bit shorter as well, by 5k, which personally I am more than happy with, purely because my ankle, like the tendon it's so sore, like I'm just walking a lot, and I think that'll be better. So hopefully, it's 16k to the campsite from this point, so hopefully it won't take too long, and we'll be there for a rest, maybe in, I don't know how long it's going to take, but maybe a couple of hours, something like that, which will be good. So fingers crossed all is well and the roads are small enough not to be dangerous like the other ones. Check in later. So day 9, halfway through, and it's so funny because I was thinking to myself, like, this is obviously quite a significant point because it does mark that halfway stage. Obviously I've still got another 9 days to go, but it's all sort of downhill from here. But I've sort of been reflecting today because, like, I'm obviously in like a world of pain, but I just keep pretending I'm okay. And it's funny because I guess from the outside no one really knows how you feel on the inside, and like, I think it's like most things in life, you just sort of push on through despite any setbacks or whatever. It's like, I just think it's really important to, I guess, never judge a book by its cover, because you never really know what's going on inside someone else's head. Like, everyone lives in their own bubble, right? And no one fully expresses, well, I guess some people might, but I don't think anyone really fully expresses like what they're truly going through and how it feels and what life is like for them, because you see life through your eyes, I see life through my eyes. And yeah, I just sort of think, like, everything feels good, but my legs, well, my leg, it's only my right leg that's causing me bother, but I'm just sort of like, you know what, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And earlier I put on a podcast and I was just listening to Free Trail, actually. It's really good. The host is called Dylan Bowman. He's a ultra runner and he's just recently been at UTMB and he was interviewing lots of people, and it was just really inspiring, but it definitely took my mind off things. And like 10 miles went so fast and I was just like, oh, that's a relief. Got that bit done. But yeah, I was thinking about it anyway in this run, and I was thinking, God, like, the phrase like ignorance is bliss, like it really is, because I think if you ever knew what you were signing up for, you probably wouldn't do it. It's like if you set up a business and you knew that it was going to be fucking breaking the bank, nearly bankruptcy, or employees hating you because you don't pay them enough or whatever. But the reality is, like, these things happen, and I think if you knew what you had to go through to get to where you want to be, you'd never do it. So I'm kind of glad that this approach has been somewhat ignorant and somewhat naive, but I'm still enjoying it and I'm loving the process, and I'm loving finding out who I am athlete wise and how much further I can push my body. And like, I don't know how many, I think I'd done like 175 miles yesterday running, 60 miles biking. Today will be another like 28 miles maybe running, and I'm just like, wow, go me. And I know that sounds so big-headed, I really don't mean it in that way, but it's like, fuck, like, I can do this. Like, everybody is capable of achieving whatever they want, but they just have to work fucking hard for it. And I'd really advise, well, maybe not advise, but I'd like recommend doing it. Like, go for it, just go and push yourself because it's worth it, and you will like gain so much from reflection, from hindsight, from just being part of that process. And what doesn't kill you really does make you stronger. So that's my philosophical words of the day today. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and grind through and grit my teeth a bit more. Bye! Perfect timing. We've just made it to cross the river. We need to cross over here, so we're going to catch this little one, head over there, and then we go that way. Let's do this! You know what time it is? Mantra of the day. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off for this one because sometimes I just can't read them with them on. Okay, let's have a look. It's mile 20.39. So let's see. Okay, day 9. Remember, you're doing something that few would even have the courage to try. The fact that you even started is a huge success. What you're doing so far is already incredible, and to be sharing this with your parents is magic memories and moments you'll cherish your whole life. There's more struggles ahead, but there's so much beauty in it. Keep going and don't forget to be kind to yourself. Kieran Algar. Oh, Kieran, thank you. That means a lot. Now, a little bit of a backstory, but Kieran Algar actually ran this. He actually ran from the source, well actually the sea where it ends, all the way to the source, so the whole Danube. He did this last year, and I just think that is amazing. It's also one of the reasons why I chose this route, because he did this and I watched his like journey and how he did it, and I was inspired, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do like a big FKT and I'm going to, you know, try something new and challenge myself, then this looks like a good route, something that is maybe manageable, doable, but also something that I can like bring people along if I want to, or if people want to join me, they can, because it's accessible. It's not in the middle of nowhere. There are other routes I have in mind for years ahead, but they would be a lot more difficult to get to. Anyway, he has been an immense help in the preparation for this, because I'm able to actually speak to somebody who's done it before, so they know how it feels, they know what it's like, and they understand what you go through and what it genuinely will be like for you. And I think that is, you know, the most useful, and I don't even know what the word is, I can't think, but it's like the best information and guidance you can ever get off someone, because they're gonna have like a first-hand experience, but also, you know, not to like put him down, but he's, you know, not an elite athlete, you know, we're not talking someone who's competing for Great Britain here. And I think that also really helps, because as an ordinary person like myself, you're able to give like advice that genuinely I would need. I think speaking to an elite athlete, if you know, I said, oh, I'm going to do this, and I see you've done it, how is it? They're going to be like, well, I found it hard, so you will find it even harder. And that might not be the case. I'm not saying that all people will say that, but I feel like sometimes if you speak to someone on your level, you're going to get an answer that is relevant for you, rather than like, well, if I can't do it or I find it hard, you're definitely going to find it too hard. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to explain. I don't want to sound like a dick, but I think he has been an amazing help, and that message means a lot, because it comes from a place of like, it's authentic and it's genuine, and he will know exactly what I'm going through. So thanks, Kieran, you are a bloody star. I can't wait to see you when you get back, and you know the offer's out there. If you want to come and join me for a stage, you are more than welcome. Anyway, mile 20, let's crack on. got about 11k to go and I'll be able to rest. Ooh, look at this. A little shop. Always tempted, always tempted. Grab a beer and go. All right, see you soon. Look who's come to meet us. Ta-da. Hello. We're just at the campsite, but look how cute these little things are. Amazing. That's so sweet. Cool. That was a long stage today. That was like 27 miles and it was pretty hot. But a good one. My Achilles on my right leg is very sore, so I can't wait to take my shoes off. We're just walking to the tent. I'm gonna give it a massage. I mean, the best thing to do is really not to run, but we'll see. So a lot of walking today, a lot of like run walking, just to make sure that I'm not pounding it too much. So yeah, it took me a long time. But anyway, that is now over 200 miles. It's going to be 202 miles I've done in 8 days. And if you want the 9th day, it's plus 60, but that was a bike ride. So I'm proud of my body. I mean, I've never run over 200 miles in 8 days before. I probably won't for a while afterwards. So this is good. So this is just, I'll take my sock off in a minute, but you can sort of see like this is the fine. It's like, you know, got space around the back, normal. And then this one's just totally full. It's like all swollen. I'll take my socks off and you can see better. Okay, so, I mean, they're hot, obviously, so the veins are sticking out. Yeah. But anyway, that is this one, so you can see it's sort of more swollen here compared with that one. I don't know what it looks like at the back, so I can't see. Look who's turned up! Yay! It's Sarah. Give us a hug. Ooh, so excited to see you. Hey, this is so exciting. Sarah's come from fun. Yeah.
How many miles tomorrow?
Okay, many miles. So we've got 53k total. But what I was thinking is we could run 18 and cycle 12.
Yeah, let's do it.
Amazing. Because my ankle's sore. But I think I could do 18 miles and then the rest on the bike. So yes, we're gonna do this. Okay, can't see anything, guys. Sorry, because it is actually not much light. You can see the stars there. But are you excited for tomorrow, Sarah?
Yes, I am.
Yay! Me too.
53k.
53k, we're going to smash it, and we're going to do part run, part bike, which will be really nice. And then, yeah, we'll get some rest now. We're staying in the wee tent. You can't really see it, but hey ho. And then Mum and Dad are in the car. Yeah, we'll be up early and we'll get loads of good footage. See you soon. Night night.